Let me hit record real quick.
The fingerprints on your screen look like an entire landscape.
Shh, be quiet.
Well, you're not going to want to use this audio.
Shh. Starting.
All right. Let me channel my inner car. All right. And we're back with another PBS Plebs. Was that pretty accurate?
He said, so can you tell the story of PBS?
Can who tell the story of PBS?
On the UT shit, the fucking Flyers were hanging out. He's like, can you tell the story? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then he's like, can you host it? I'm like, what the fuck? I never agreed to host the thing. I said I'd tell the story, but whatever.
Well, Plebs. First,
Live?
yeah, we're live.
Oh, shit.
There's a microphone there if you want to actually talk into the microphone.
What's up, guys?
Is the microphone working? Can we tell if the microphone is working? I love that it has. I mean, anyways. Tristan, man, thanks for joining me on today's show. This is definitely the most ridiculous show in Bitcoin.
Yep. Yep.
Should we just start
Welcome.
before we even get too deep into this thing? I'm not even asking
Are we
questions
actually live?
that the director needs to pay attention to. I'm generally audience appropriate for this question, but then I'm just kind of directing this at Car since Car. Take off my shirt. The audience heckling has begun. And if you insist.
We don't insist.
Okay.
No.
All right.
After I finish my food.
Cars like we just got sponsorship for the show. Please keep your shirt on.
For now. We need another sponsor.
That's what I was literally just about to ask. Do we start the show with sponsorships? Are we like a middle of the show kind of sponsorship? Do we like to wrap it up at the end? What are we feeling is appropriate?
You can start that as a headlining story if you want. There we go. Mm-hmm.
Okay, since Kyle's lacking the initiative, let's start. Hello, Kyle.
Fuck you, Tristan.
Seemed like we started.
It's titled The Most Ridiculous Show in Bitcoin, not the super formatted Tristan needs to start the show.
Anyway, so some news Kyle shares that Voltage is now sponsoring PBS. Is that correct? You don't know. What do you mean you don't know?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is correct.
Shout out to Bobby.
Shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Voltage. Honestly, I mean, I've said it a dozen times or more at this point on pretty much every platform we have any kind of media on. But Voltage has been the number one supporter of everything we've done here at Pleb Lab since day one. They've sponsored every event. They are now sponsoring our only media thing. We've got some partnerships forming for the developers in Pleb Lab as far as like Voltage nodes and Voltage credits. More on that coming soon. But yeah, we love Voltage, and thank you guys for sponsoring PBS. We're going to get some new equipment, and maybe the most ridiculous show in Bitcoin won't still be super low budget with like trash cans in the background. It's great. We've made a lot of improvements since day one. We don't even have trash cans. We literally dropped our equipment into the trash can in episode 1, and by episode 9 or 10 or whatever we're on, we don't even have trash cans in the scene anymore. It's definitely an upgrade. And look, day one I get back for the first PBS I'm back for, and we've gotten another upgrade. We're no longer eating fucking Domino's. We got some real pizza.
Our second sponsor. No, I'm kidding.
Our second sponsor, yeah, Home Slice. If you're paying attention.
Shout out Home Slice.
Shout out to Home Slice. Some good ass pizza.
I almost sent our pizza pickup guy to a Way Slice. Didn't realize that was a thing.
Hey Tristan, tell them the story about the
Hold on a second.
What's so funny?
Hey, do you keep chewing this close to the microphone? It's just so...
The plebs love it.
That's comparatively not all that bad.
How does that pick up on the?
Compared to previous episodes, it's not all that bad.
Okay, all right. That's a great question.
It's not mine, so it's got to be his.
This is probably it's mine now. I'm gonna drink the
Maybe it's
microphone.
not.
I'll give you this one. Whose is this?
Well, I'll drink it. Give me it. I'm thirsty.
Oh my god, an indirect kiss. Yeah, that's definitely yours. Anyway, so Cara, what story do you want me to tell?
Oh, tell the story from UT the other day. It was hilarious, dude.
Also,
Alright,
before you start the UT story, quick,
No.
there's one more shout out we need to do. Thank you, plebs, for showing up. We got a little bit of an audience here today. I haven't been here in a while, but it feels like a decent turnout. Tony Spaghetti's in the audience.
Whoa.
That's 2 shout-outs. That's 2 shout-outs in 1 week for Tony Spaghetti. He's doing big things. All right, UT story.
All right.
Tony Spaghetti? It's an insider story. It's actually not that insider. I'll tell you later. Do you want to know now?
All right.
I got Tristan's UT story, and then we'll get to the story of
Oh,
Tony
you were there
Spaghetti.
too.
I was there, but you're telling the story.
No shit.
That's what I meant by it's your UT story, not like...
All right. So, fucking fight you. Speaking of, you never showed up at the Miami fight, Car. You didn't show up.
Oh, shit. There was
You didn't
supposed to
show
be
up. You didn't show up.
Car owes Tristan some money, I think.
How much do you owe me, Car? Was it 500,000 sats? No, I'm talking to you. Anyway.
I'm telling you, there's definitely demand in the pleb community for a Bitcoiner fight club. Let's do it. Who wants to go?
Oh my god. Excuse me.
You want a piece? All right.
All right,
That's a bold
anyway,
claim, sir.
Let's get to the point.
What's the point?
First point is that you should stop chewing so fucking close to the microphone. I can hear your fucking gums clap. It's fucking ridiculous. Fuck out of here. Anyway.
That's PBS. That's literally every PBS.
I know, but I don't show or not. He's this close. Anyway.
It's comparatively, it's fine.
Do you still have the Logan cam on?
Compared to Car every week.
You car like fucking Thanksgiving every fucking episode. I swear to God. Like, you got this whole ass spread in like 5 years.
At some point, right?
You would like the UT story? Just start yelling. Just start yelling. Chanting UT story.
Anyway, UT story. Shut up, Kyle.
I didn't even say anything.
It was a warm Thursday afternoon. Right? It was Thursday.
Wednesday.
Why does this
It
feel
was Wednesday
sensual?
after-
It was a
What
warm.
the fuck?
We're going to start the UT story
You
now.
wanted to
It was a warm Thursday afternoon.
Definitely the fuck not. Anyway, it was Wednesday. I'm doing nothing, and then Car texts and Slack, "Hey, can somebody help us put up the posters around UT for Bitcoin Plus Plus?" I'm like, "Sure, why not? I'm not doing anything." So I get there, or no, my back up. So he says, "Meet me at 12:30," right? So I get there at 12:30. An hour passes because I'm waiting for these 2 yahoos to show up. And then
We're walking 15 miles.
you should have called me. I would have picked you up with my car.
Are we just going to tell the tape story? Is this
Anyway,
the story?
Yeah, this is the
Okay,
story. Yeah,
cool.
This is the UT story. So anyway, I'm at the cafe. I'm waiting for these 2 yahoos to show up. And then Car calls me. He's like, "Hey, Tristan, can you pick up some tape from the UPS store?" I'm like, "Tape? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh yeah, hold on." He just hands the phone to Kyle with no explanation. Kyle's like, "Oh yeah, I need to get some."
Yeah, so let me tell
packing
the
tape."
part about what I
No,
said.
No,
How about I say
No.
exactly
No,
what I
you-
said?
I will say exactly what you said.
I don't believe you.
Exactly what you said.
Because anyway, he's on the phone with me. He's like, "Yeah, I got it. Can you get some packing tape from the UPS store?" I was like, "Okay, what kind?" He's like, "The kind of tape that's on the tape gun." No, at no point did he say get a tape gun. He just said get the tape that's on the tape gun.
You didn't get a tape gun.
I did not get a tape gun.
Freaking idiot.
Yeah, so I spent $7 for nothing.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad that was common sense for a couple of other people. I was like, yeah, get the kind that's on the gun. And he's like,
No, I take it very literal. If you don't ask me for a tape gun, you're not getting a fucking tape gun. That's your fault.
you'd fit right in the military, man. Grab a chair.
Anyway, get the fuck out of here, Kyle. Anyway, so I hit the tape. I walked back to the cafe.
So we ended up
Yeah.
with Car walking into different buildings at UT, literally going to like the front desk of like every single type
Wait a
of
minute,
like.
back up. Oh, so hang on, buddy. So we get to UT.
What are you
we're
looking
on
for?
campus, and he starts putting up
I started
posters
drinking it.
with this shitty ass tape, and Carr got so pissed at one point he just fucking took down the whole poster because he was just doing such a horrible job putting up the posters, right, Carr?
Yeah. There's a Pleb coming in.
I said
We got more plebs here. Is somebody paying attention to the telegram in case people are downstairs? I can't do that this week because I'm actually on the show.
Anyway, so I'll tell you part of the story. I'll just skip mine. Go ahead. I'm hungry.
Yeah, man, enjoy your food.
I will.
So I don't know. Yeah, it ended up being a completely ridiculous. I mean, I had a blast. It was it was like a really fun hour of just like walking around UT. That was the first time I've been on UT's campus. I was walking around the entire time with my shirt off.
In session.
Yeah. There was definitely.
It's fucking like 18, 19-year-olds walk around, like looking at Kyle like.
I remember at one point I was standing on the ledge, like up above the walkway. There's like this like tree in like a planter box wall built up, and I'm just standing on the wall, shirtless, like arms crossed, just like staring down below. And I hear Tristan from behind me. He's like, "Hey man, you're gonna end up on a list." And I was just like, okay.
Get him out of here.
You weren't allowed on campus.
It is a different campus. I was ejected and no longer allowed. I think at this point I'm allowed back on campus at the other school because my suspension ended.
They look totally interesting.
No, dude. You're like some awkward ass like nerdy developers. Are like, okay. And like he just froze up.
Walked away, turned back around, they were looking at it. That's all developers.
No, this guy's like really. Anyway.
It was a nice sunny day. I had gone for like a really long walk. There is no part of the story. We're just talking. But yeah, I ended up with my shirt off on UT campus, and then at one point they stopped like hanging up flyers outside, and they went inside, and I just like walked inside too, and I got through the doors, and it was just like this unbelievable drop in like the energy level. It was like outside was like warm and vibrant, inside was air conditioned, and there was like 6 people inside.
Oh wow.
Hyper quiet, like working, like super focused on their computers on the other side. There was like 2 people standing in the corner talking, and you wouldn't even have heard a murmur. And I'm just like standing there for a second. I'm like, I'm gonna meet you guys back outside.
And like I'm laughing because I see this happening, and then Car's like, "Don't laugh," and it makes me laugh even more.
Yeah, dude, because like we're gonna get busted.
It was fucking hilarious.
We went to the next.
Shitty tape, like it's like don't laugh, like it's fucking hilarious.
We finally get to the engineering building, and they go inside, and Car's just like, he's like, you just stay out here.
No wait. So then he's like, Car gets like extremely pissed to the point where he's like, I can't fucking use this tape. Let's go back to the UPS store. Whatever. This is how I see you in my head. He's like, another one. No, I'm kidding. But
Another one.
both of them get pissed and like, we need to go get a tape gun. This is ridiculous. Car's like, no, we'll just go inside and ask for tape. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not gonna give you a whole roll of tape. He's like, yeah, I'm a big winner. I do what I want. So he walks in. Like 15 minutes later, he gets like this office tape, like you'd see it on like kind of tape you would see on a desk, and then he uses it all, and then returns it, fucking empty.
Question from Twitch: why were you at UT?
Oh,
We were hanging up.
Yeah, go ahead.
We were hanging up. Oh, we're on Twitch now.
Tristan, I was doing him a
Man, we've made some serious upgrades while I was away.
We're doing them a favor.
I was doing him a favor.
What's the favor?
Bringing Bitcoin Plus to their campus.
Yeah,
They should
Twitch
pay us for that.
Twitch user who's asking questions. What's the
On Twitch.
username?
1C.
Okay, so Twitch user. The answer to your question is we were hanging up Bitcoin plus flyers for the conference we're throwing in June. Yeah, what's Bitcoin plus? Great question, Spaghetti.
By the way, Tristan, putting the mic down is a lot more jarring than any chewing.
Sorry.
So Bitcoin plus is a developer-focused conference we're hosting. It's a collaboration between Pleb Lab and Base 58. It's 4 days, June 7th through 10th.
I'll tell you later.
June 7th through 10th. And it's 2 days of education and kind of like career day focus, followed by 2 days of building hackathon at Bitcoin Commons. Does that answer your question?
That fridge is locked.
Which fridge?
Dude, look how small the beers are in there. Where's your beer?
Hey, if you go down to floor 5, we have like a couple of. Careful, Super. There's a tree there. There's a bunch of chairs in the back. There's also. Yep, there you go. There's chairs in the back, Super.
It's like this room's a storage closet.
This room is. I didn't know how big the audience was going to be. I prepped for like the crowd size I was expecting, and we beat it. So that's good. What's up, dude? How you doing? This.
Anyway, can you continue the UT story? Because we trade off.
I don't think there was a. That's what I'm saying. There is no
What's the
story. We're just.
conclusion?
There's no conclusion. This is the show that never ends.
There's more to
This
it.
is the song that never ends.
Anyway, moral story is that Carl used 2 whole rolls of tape that he borrowed. I gave him back, and then Kyle's walked around the whole time, like on the phone with his wife, like 30 minutes shirtless, while
Oh!
creeping on these like
man.
these like college girls. Like, yeah, yeah, that's fucking hilarious. But
Oh, man.
yeah, that was the UT Flyer.
Where'd you order this doxed you?
More like a kidnapping.
That's very funny.
Tristan also. You just doxed him. That's why.
I didn't say her name.
Yeah, but now
So you're not supposed to do that, Kyle?
Now that he is taken.
Uh
He is taken.
oh.
None of the
Anyway.
girls are going to come to us in Bitcoin Club anymore now.
Wait, you guys are talking to girls? What's going on here?
All the girls just left.
Sorry, sorry, Kyle. I gotta get off Grindr now.
Nah.
Super's right. There could be no more people.
Anyway. Hey man, wanna come up here and talk for a second?
I think the wife would be completely happy with that if there were no more girls at Austin Bitcoin Club.
Whatever you want.
I don't think so because I never sent her a link.
Alright, shut up. Yeah, come on. Well, what's your name? Where are you from? What's your info?
I'm Brian.
Nice to meet
From
you.
Cali.
Wow.
Ryan.
Welcome.
Long way from the West Coast. You can tell from my accent, huh? My lack of accent. Yes. Let's see.
What are you doing in Austin?
I'm exploring. I
Good
was
place.
trying to move here.
Fuck yeah.
Buy a new house.
I don't think this guy knew that PBS was happening. I think he was just downstairs, and I was like, "Do you want to come to a Bitcoin meetup?" He's like, "Sure."
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Right now, here he is on a podcast.
Didn't know what you guys were here. I'm glad to be here.
So you are actually in Bitcoin?
I used to.
Okay.
Right at the beginning of the pandemic,
Oh.
I invested.
What are you doing now?
Um,
Uh-oh.
Is the right answer? The wrong answer.
Well, I've pretty much gotten out, with the whole Luna stablecoin
no.
crash, right?
Oh no.
I've been watching that go down. I've pretty much liquidated all my positions except for like a few
Oh,
wallets
so you're a
here.
trader?
Not really. I just kind of hold. I just have like some.
What was that?
Get him out of here!
Yeah.
What? Oh no, I have tons of crypto.
Uh-oh.
That's
yeah.
all. Like
Bitcoin
90%
only.
of my investment is in crypto.
All right.
Alright.
Yep.
Man, I'm gonna kick you off as Bitcoin only.
Bitcoin only.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Sorry, man.
tough crowd.
Very tough crowd.
Welcome.
So what is
Welcome.
the actual use case? What do you guys do with Bitcoin?
Uh-oh.
That's a great question.
Alright, here we go.
Everything. Why you gonna double mic me?
What do you think of the Terra Luna crash?
Yeah, so let's talk about what happened there
Crash.
exactly.
I don't know too much about it. Besides,
Some idiot tried to peg Bitcoin to some stable coin that's not stable at all. And then when that stable coin decided not to be stable, he sold a bunch of Bitcoin. And after selling a bunch of Bitcoin, tried to convince the world that Bitcoin ain't stable. And it's like, well, 1 still equals 1. And we'll just wait for the price to come back up when more people realize that. Yep, nothing's changed. Fundamentally, the broken thing proved that it was broken, and the stable thing proved that it's stable. And that's the fact, Jack.
actually, my first introduction to Bitcoin was back in. I used to play World of Warcraft, and one of the big selling points of World of Warcraft was gold farming. Both, but I started Alliance and then Horde, and went Horde. And instead of gold farming, instead of buying for gold, you would start mining for Bitcoin. So that was like early 2007, 2008, 2009.
World of Warcraft gold.
Instead of keeping your computer on all day to buy for gold, you would keep your computer on and mine for Bitcoin. At the time, Bitcoin was like $10 or $50,
Yeah,
and it was hard to buy. And
Yeah.
when
that was back
farm all
before
day,
people were buying it, mostly.
You'd get like maybe $10 in Bitcoin, and the electricity cost would be around like $20. So at the time, it didn't make much sense to mine
Well,
Bitcoin.
Unless you knew what was coming.
Unless if you knew, right?
Totally would have been worth the extra $10 you paid per day to kind of hold a Bitcoin for $10.
Yeah. I mean, it was
hard drive.
difficult to get into the mining pools. I didn't really understand how to do it.
Yeah, I still don't understand how to get into the mining pools, but that's cool.
How did you get into Bitcoin?
I've told the story like 1,000 times, but so actually randomly, I was on YouTube.
I guess I can eat more of this.
And I was still in high school, and I found this video.
Logan, you want some
like,
pizza?
2014 or 15,
The fuck?
and it's like new.
Do you
I don't
want
know
pizza?
what the title was, but
Tristan, we gotta work on your storytelling skills.
wait, shut up. Maybe we can finish the fucking story. How about that? Anyway, moral story is that I stumbled across it over YouTube, and at the time, price at the time was like 100, $400. God damn, you too loud.
That's the summary of the story. The
Yeah.
moral of the story is
Anyway, moral of the story is let Kyle shut the fuck up next time. I'm done. I'm done with that.
Thanks, Brian.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I'll just hang out.
Yeah,
Who wants to? You want to come up here, Super? I wrecked it.
No, this podcast is just horrible in general. There's like no. It wasn't you. It was just like it's just.
This podcast isn't horrible at all. This podcast is great. It's
Yeah.
just not
Thanks for coming on.
meant to be.
Wow, it's Mr. Am I allowed to say?
No.
I can't say your student.
Hello,
Wait,
Super.
what?
Goodbye, Super.
Why are you just gonna fucking
Thanks for
leave?
joining us, man.
That was no.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen.
Super Testnet.
I was gonna say Super Test man. Anyway, Super, come back up here. Let's talk about the.
What do we want to know now?
I want to talk about the wallet.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
All right, Pleb Lab stuff. Let's go. Just another.
I made a new wallet, a Bitcoin wallet.
How we
And
looking?
You can find it on my GitHub, github.com/supertestnet.
We good?
I've got a bunch of repositories, but it's the most recent one. It's a browser wallet, so you can have a Bitcoin wallet in your browser.
And and the cool part is that Lightning Escrow is baked into it natively, which is pretty cool.
Well, not yet.
Well, it will be, right?
No.
You know, I talked to a
browser
guy
wallet-
today
Shut
who
up. This is what you do.
I talked to a guy today who was talking about the dynamic that you two have together as a team of co-founders.
Yeah.
It is a great dynamic.
Thank you.
Thanks.
No, the browser wallet will just be the browser wallet. There will be no Lightning escrow integration into it at all.
What? That's what you told me.
Well, we're going to have a Lightning escrow wallet, which is going to
Okay, yeah.
which is going to take that code and then add in Lightning escrow features. But I want it to be as simple as possible so that it can be as extensible as possible. Like the fewer features you put into it, the more features someone can add to it based on the ones they want.
Stop doing
So,
this.
yeah, that's it.
Carl, that's a horrible hand gesture.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yep. Anything else to talk about today?
Uh,
Oh yeah, Bitcoin chess.
didn't I talked about this last time?
We're talking about it again. There you go.
If you go to my GitHub, the previous last repository,
What is shit? What is Bitcoin
it
chess?
comes out of your butt. Oh.
What? Oh, that was terrible.
Bitcoin chess is
Stop doing this, dude.
is a thing I made on my GitHub where you can play a chess game and all your moves are Bitcoin transactions.
Why'd you make a face, dude, like-
Which is
Stop
just a
that.
kind of cool, kind of neat thing you can do with Bitcoin is put like arbitrary text into transactions. So I put Bitcoin chess moves into them, and then you can play a game of chess like on the blockchain, which is a terrible thing to do with the blockchain, but it was fun to make. So that was good.
Yeah, it stays in the mempool, right? It mostly
Well,
works.
no, it eventually gets mined.
But even if it's just in the mempool,
I-
you can still read the moves from the mempool.
Right,
That's
you could-
like what my experience was.
Yeah, you could read them. The question was, doesn't most of this take place in the mempool? And it does, because the transactions don't get mined right away. So they spend the first half of their life in the mempool, and that's where your client, or your chess client, typically reads them from. Which is kind of neat because since they're only in the mempool, they can be double spent, which I think is a fun idea that you could take back a chess move. There's no button for that in the interface yet, but maybe someday I might make that. Probably not. So.
Wait, I have a question. Can you talk about Bitcoin 19?
That's not a question. That's a demand.
Ah man, Bitcoin 19.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That's not even the hot stuff this time. I think
what's hot stuff?
the new hot stuff is what's the new hot stuff? What's the latest controversy?
Why'd you point at me?
Oh,
Like I am the hot stuff.
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on Meta joining forces with Lightning and like doing stuff?
Who's Meta?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so some company called Lightspark has got some guy that used to work at fucking Meta, which used to be known as Facebook, and now A16Z is backing that company to study and like look at the development of Lightning.
Altcoin people are looking at Lightning?
Yeah.
That seems
That's
positive.
not new news.
What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I'm just hearing about it, but if more people looking at Lightning instead of altcoins sounds good. So, yeah,
No, but people are gonna put altcoins on Lightning.
I'm fine with that.
Didn't Lightning put altcoins on Lightning?
any labs.
See that again? You just had a stroke.
The greatest thing about UST crashing is that it brought a lot of people to Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's the new hot stuff.
The ones that didn't kill themselves might make it to Bitcoin.
Jesus, Kyle.
I know it's dark, but it's actually happening.
I can't hear you, Carl. Come up here and talk.
Why
What?
do you own crypto right now? It's
What?
just
Shit. What? Come on. Get up here.
It sounds like it's Car's turn to come up and co-host.
I'll drag his ass up here.
I'm done.
Thank you, Super. Round of applause.
What does that
Super.
mean? Isn't that the reason you decided to stop sitting on this show? Because you got to fix it
Gonzalez.
in real time?
Yeah, no shit. Come up here.
We going to fix it? All right.
Anyway, what's wrong?
We knew about the
Nothing.
problem last week and we showed up to fix it.
Yeah.
What about that?
This is not working.
I mean, I told the solution was that you would stop being on the show to produce it because you could fix things in real time. But he's busy eating pizza. The most ridiculous show in Bitcoin.
Anybody watching this live, we don't care about you.
Sorry, guys. Car is just shaking on everybody today.
Hey, John's not sitting at home, though, so probably nobody's actually bitching about the fact that you can't hear the second person.
We got Justin from Alabama, actually. So-
Oh, well. Hi, Justin.
Hey, Justin, what's going on?
We do actually love you, but
Hi, Justin. I miss you.
he can't hear you on that microphone, so.
Hi, Justin. I miss you.
The mic doesn't do anything.
Go to Carl's mic. Say it again.
Some people said we miss you, and
Yeah, you might as well just like put this like kind of more in the.
I've been that close to Kyle's. Yeah, all right. I'm
yeah,
putting
look
this
at that. Look at that. We're
down. Right. Two guys, one mic. Perfect.
Why doesn't the mic work, Logan?
No, the front is where the text is.
This is the worst podcast ever.
This is terrible. So if anything, it should be more like that
oh,
because this is the front.
that seems completely ridiculous, but cool. Look at that, guys. We're rocking and we're rolling.
Brian, this is probably your first and last podcast here, right? Yeah.
My first one.
Yeah. And the last, right?
Hey, look, it's not
Not hurt
about
our feelings.
it's not about the podcast.
It's bad.
It's about the event. It's the pizza and the beer and most importantly, I was gonna say the people, but Topo Chicos are pretty nice too, I guess. Yeah.
Hey, Kyle, did you see that they stole Keon's idea about
I can't hear you.
Modelo?
Can you come up
So
here?
now Modelo, Mexico,
Who's talking?
Modelo, Mexico, you can actually get sats back on the bottle cap now.
You can get sats back on bottle caps
Yeah.
for Modelo.
It says
Yeah, in Mexico.
redemption value 5 cents, refund in New York, where the fuck these are. So instead of cents, you get sats now.
Who's Modelo's doing that?
In Mexico, though.
So Modelo is paying people 5 sats.
I don't know how many sats it is, but Anya sent over a picture the other day and showed me. I was like, oh, that's amazing.
That's how did no one hear that news?
They're in Mexico.
They're in Mexico. Fuck, you don't get any. Mexico's irrelevant.
That's the problem.
We know some Bitcoiners working on stuff in Mexico. Oh, look at that. Mexico's making progress. Ricardo Salinas is a Bitcoiner. He's like the 3rd richest guy in Mexico or something like that. I believe it's Ricardo Salinas.
Oh, no, not Phil. Now he's the 3rd poorest person in the world.
Oh, shit.
He's the middle of the road.
Damn.
What happened last week?
See you, Brian.
See you, Brian. Thanks for coming. Oh, okay. It's all right.
Man, so many assumptions being made.
Can't get rid of me that easily.
Oh.
Salinas is his name?
Yeah, listen, some guy. I don't care. He's just a fucking really rich guy in Mexico who likes Bitcoin.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a great story. Well, the cartels will start using it. All right.
Just come up here, Car. You're talking more than me. Just come up here. Car, I'll bring the chair to you to drag your ass over here. Come on.
Why don't you just go out there? We'll do a monologue because you're spending more time yelling at him out in the audience than talking on the show.
Being an idiot.
Well, that's typical car stuff. So, nothing new.
How'd you bring on spaghetti on the show?
No.
Spaghetti's people can't. It's if people saw spaghetti, they'd know spaghetti, and then you wouldn't want to eat spaghetti.
I don't want to eat spaghetti. Eat spaghetti.
I don't want to eat spaghetti either.
Spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti.
All right, I'm coming back.
Knees weak, palms are sweaty.
Let's talk about Kyle's love life.
You want to talk about my love life?
Yeah, let's do that.
That feels-
Tristan, you should know a lot about it.
Wow.
Boom.
Fuck out of here.
Wow. Shots fired early. Damn.
Thanks, Super.
We might not make it to the end of this episode.
God. Anyway,
Car the guy with the broken
Hey man, make love, not war.
Is Car the guy
No,
with the
that's-
broken flip flops?
that's
No,
Super.
that's Super.
They're sandals.
So tell the love story. It's a really beautiful story. Not lying.
Go ahead.
We want to talk about my story? All right. First, let me show off the second best legs in Bitcoin. I'm not trying to compete, Kaiser. I got you, bro.
Pretty sure my legs are bigger.
Where?
When?
Today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was expecting 2 more pairs of shorts too, but then FedEx like signed them off to some lady named Louise that doesn't work at the hotel, so my shorts might be gone. I have to.
Oh, what do you call it? You're getting a package on Monday or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Me?
give you
Oh,
a package.
Yeah, I'll pass. Thanks.
No, I'm being serious. Like,
I believe you. Yeah.
Who's sending Tristan packages?
Austin.
Kyle
Yeah.
fell in love.
I did fall in
Let's
love.
talk about that.
All right, fine. Everybody wants to know about my love life. Everybody. Yeah, if you insist, I'll tell you the thing that everybody in the room already knows about, anyways.
John's like, oh man, I can't wait to hear this again.
John's like, I live with this guy right now, and it's just been non-stop phone calls.
Do you really?
Do I really what?
Yeah, live with John right now.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
My
your
truck is
truck's
broken
gone,
down. What's his name?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Their
you were
name
I thought you were
is-
running. I thought you were running with the Tristan meme. That's
Oh.
her name is Tara.
So usually
Wait a minute.
when the guys in love,
Wait a minute. Is that better not be connected to a little
His name is Terry. Is that what his name is?
It's not Tara Luna. Just Tara. No Luna. Just no. The coincidence is purely coincidence. I promise. It's spelled T-E. I don't. That feels like a lot of information for the general public in the world. Yeah, please tell me her social security number and how much money she has in her bank account.
What was your first concert?
I think we'll probably not.
That's name.
We'll not share all of those details, but her name is Tara. That's
Anyway,
yeah.
Start of the story.
Oh my goodness! Why don't you just crack the whip, huh? Just I only
Okay,
tell.
when you do that. Fuck no. We turn around like you're fucking ready for like, oh my god.
Thank
I'm
you,
so bad.
thank you,
Fuck, I'm about to
thank
do
you,
that.
ma'am. May I have another?
No. It's a hard no for me, man. Sorry about that.
Will you be able to give up Tristan in order to be with Tara?
It's gonna be tough.
What?
I really do appreciate.
Don't touch me. I will flip you.
Well, so the challenge of moving to Austin.
How'd you meet?
Yeah, it's just like a lot easier to tell the story if it's just not constant bombardment with
feel?
questions. It's.
How does it feel?
I'm just kidding. I don't expect that to stop anytime soon. So we met back in my hometown. I went home from my brother's wedding after Miami. She was working at the coffee shop I was working out of. And for like the first 7 or 8 days, I was just like, man, this girl's really cute. But whatever, I'm leaving.
watching
So
right
like, I don't know. She might be watching, but I didn't send her a link. So she's probably not watching, and I'll get yelled at later for not sending the link that I promised I would send. And then she'll watch this, and I'll get yelled at for everything that we talked about during this show. What the fuck? Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Where is my phone? My phone is right there in my pocket.
Other shorts?
Do we have a link? It's on the PBS. Do we have a link that's not
Just send her
Twitter?
the Twitter link.
She doesn't have a Twitter.
There is a
Not gonna make it.
YouTube link.
Yeah, send me the
Wait, we
YouTube
actually
link,
are on
Super.
Twitch now? I thought he was joking.
No, we're actually on
Oh
Twitch.
shit.
Super, if you could Slack me the link.
Tough
I
today.
will try.
After
When I search for PBS Bitcoin, it comes up with a bunch of
all for Kyle.
Just PBS Plebs, maybe.
John just said that we're pausing PBS just so Kyle can send it to us.
We haven't paused anything. This show just always goes on, man. The show goes on. Telegram? What's in Telegram? You sent me the link in Telegram? Okay. So anyways, I went home. I was at this coffee shop, and the girl who was working at the coffee shop was really cute. And after like 7 or 8 days of me just being like, well, fuck it, I'm leaving. I'm never gonna see this girl again. What's the point? I went in one morning and I had like 2 hours, I think, maybe almost 3 hours before my first call that day. I had like an unusually long period of time before I had anything going on. And I started talking to the girls that were working there, and I realized during that conversation that we had a ton in common. Well, thanks. I already had the link, but I appreciate it. Basically, especially when I said I lived in a truck And she was like not like freaked out by it, but was like, she's like, that's really exciting. She's like, I would love to do that. She's like, I could see myself like just living in a truck and like driving straight out into the wilderness in Montana. And I was like,
That's a keeper.
okay. I was like, I'm curious. And then we just kept talking for a little while. I left to go get breakfast with my grandma, and the whole way to breakfast, I was like, I got to ask this girl out. So I was like planning how that was going to go. I got back. It didn't go anything like that. I just got to the counter and I was like, I need another coffee. And I need to know if you have plans tomorrow night. And she was like, what is it today? And I was like, Tuesday?
Like, here's your coffee.
yeah. Here's your coffee. Please get away from me. So she was like, no. And I was like, do you want to get dinner? And she's like, yes. Do you want my number? And I was like, yes. And we went to dinner. And then at dinner, yeah, pretty straightforward. But we went to dinner. Yeah, now we're getting married. It was,
Let him finish the story first, Car. Well, you wanted it so bad.
I don't know exactly at what point in the conversation. I mean, she probably knew I was living in Austin before I even asked her out. I mean, I was in the shop working on calls and talking about what I did back in Austin from pretty much day one. So I would assume she knew I lived in Austin before I asked her on the date.
But you knew her before.
Yeah, it turns out we actually met 6 years ago. Yeah, fate. Destiny returned us together. I asked her out 6 years ago. And in a coffee shop. Yeah, I asked her out 6 years ago in a coffee shop. She just didn't call me because she was dating a really controlling guy that worked at that coffee shop who was super jealous that we were like working together.
Wow.
6 years later, she's not with that guy. And I fucking reconnected to her at a coffee shop and we went on a date. She starts talking about her past at Starbucks and I'm like sitting at dinner and I'm like, you seem more familiar all of a sudden. I didn't say anything. I just thought it to myself. And then we finished dinner and we're like driving around. It's like winter time in Pittsburgh and I was trying to find a way to hold this girl's hand. So we just got in the car and started driving. Eventually we are holding hands and she's like, you want to know something crazy? And I was like, sure. She's like, I'm pretty sure we worked together 6 years ago when you worked at my Starbucks for a week and you asked me out back then. And I was like, that is freaking wild, man. So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
It went really well. She actually,
Yeah.
it is the orange shorts.
Lack of hair.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot more hair back then. I had like a
Really?
huge beard and like a big flowing mane.
You had a big flowing mane.
Yeah.
I do not.
It was
believe
curly
you.
as shit, but it had a hair.
What?
Whole head of hair.
Show me. I can't.
I'll find pictures later.
Buy Bitcoin, live in a van down by the river, and you may find love too.
Yeah, sell all
Yeah,
your
there you
stuff.
go.
Just to repeat
That's
the
the moral of
audience
the story.
member's comment. The moral of the story is sell all your stuff, live in a van down by the river, and you might find love too.
Yeah.
We're all getting girlfriends at 20K again?
Hey, listen. When I saw us dip down to 26 and saw it shoot back up to 31, it was like back in a bull market, baby. Girlfriends and Lambos. Let's fucking go.
Did you see that joke on Twitter where it's like, I like my girls how I like my Bitcoin?
Oh yes, I absolutely did.
What's that?
And then people
Over
answer
50?
differently. Either they say they like it over 30 or under 30.
That's terrible.
Jeez.
Oh man.
It's terrible.
I told John a joke the other day that doesn't work at all. Wait, what was the Bitcoin joke?
I like
Here, come up here and tell it again. So you get the audio cut.
that was terrible.
Gotta be sure.
I thought you were going
So you can talk about your stuff that you made. It's pretty cool.
I thought he was going to say something like behind your dick.
Alright, I'll just swap real quick.
So
Got a minute.
the joke is, see you, Tristan.
Yeah. No, I'm just. So you can get close to the mic.
I mean, you don't have to be right on top of it, but
Whoa, it's over on the show. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. So the joke was, I like my girls
talk about
how
you
I
suck
like
at
my
chess.
Bitcoin,
Okay,
and the answer can be different. It depends on the individual.
right.
But it's, do you like your girls like your Bitcoin over 30 or under 30?
They could be taking a
You could make that joke really bad.
dark.
Yeah.
Like born in 2008 or some shit like that. Like, even worse. They can get really bad really fast, dude. That's fucked up.
That's how Tristan took it. I mean, he heard I like my girls like my Bitcoin. He was like, oh, born in 2008. Got it.
These chairs are dope.
man.
They go all the way back. Man.
Yeah, they're not bad chairs.
I was sitting on the
Tristan
plastic
likes
couches and
Tristan.
no.
Tristan likes his girls like he likes his Bitcoin.
No. Fuck no. Don't ever say that again. It's not funny.
Self-custody.
Over 30 is the correct answer, by the way.
Almost close.
Hot old close. Yeah.
You know what's coming to the show.
That's sweet.
1 equals 1.
In cold storage.
Oh my
In
god!
cold storage.
Did you hear what Spaghetti just
What do you say?
He said we can't get on any other podcast.
So, for people who didn't hear that joke, Super likes his girls like his Bitcoin in cold storage. That should go out.
This is
Tweet.
so, guys. Just for those of you who are watching who actually like this podcast, just preemptively be prepared. If you ever come on this show, you're probably never getting invited on another podcast ever again. So this is where podcast guests go to die.
Cheers.
Like our way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
It's really dark, man.
that was
It's
really
a
dark.
good episode.
I'm trying to think of the worst possible way to say this joke.
I don't know that the joke gets any darker than Born in 2008 or In Cold Storage. Those are
just
both
put
pretty
this-
fucking dark.
Put this out as a challenge on Twitter. Can you get darker than that?
Yeah, there you go.
Sure,
Let's
people will
let's
think of
see
something.
if you can come up with a darker "I like my women like I like my Bitcoin" joke
Dot,
that
dot.
is better, or I mean, probably not better, but darker than Born in 2008 or In Cold Storage. There's probably something in the halving. Yep.
Transactions have been stuck in the mempool for a while, so maybe that could be darker.
Stuck in the mempool?
I'm not sure. Cold Storage is pretty dark.
With bowls.
I mean, we can just get it nerdier too. We can get like really nerdy with it. No, something about BIP 119.
John,
Yeah, let's
John, when
bring
I
this
it's
back.
it's funny because I talked about the we just said I like my women like I like my, and he's saying Bitcoin, but it was funny because we just talked about something that had that exact same joke punchline the other day. It's like I like my coffee, or I like my women like I like my coffee. I used to use that line all the time when I was still like really angry and just like a what?
He said black.
I used to say when I was like a roid raging like alcoholic, I used to use the joke I like my women like I like my coffee, dark and bitter.
Or ground up and in the freezer.
That's
That one's a classic.
oh my goodness, this guy is next level.
Yeah, I'm way more well versed in
That's
like
pretty damn good.
coffee jokes
That's
than
pretty
Bitcoin
good.
jokes.
What's DSL?
What's DSL?
Tell you.
DSL.
Is that like a competitor to cable?
What does DSL stand for again?
Dick sucking lips.
There it is.
That was like something service link.
It doesn't.
It's fuck it. Anyway.
No, I said DLC or DSL.
We got two first timers in the audience
No
tonight.
maidens.
Who's the second first time?
Tony Spaghetti. He's never been to a PBS before.
Still going out as a kids channel on YouTube.
After the 2008 joke.
How many?
Oh man, that's great.
So the
Hi,
audience
kids.
question was: is PBS Plebs still going out as a children's show on YouTube? Because we did that for a while. That was fun. How many episodes did we get before we changed from a children's content? 10?
They changed it for us very quickly.
Yeah. YouTube basically said this cannot be children's and booted us.
I'll go, man. They just said it automatically because they have PBS Kids in there. What can you do?
Who titled it PBS Kids?
It was,
I don't think we titled
Or PBS Plebs.
PBS Plebs.
I
Where's Phil at?
typed in PBS Kids, thinking it was PBS Kids, not PBS Plebs.
Yeah, but if you teach kids to stack sats, then they might end up richer than their parents.
That's a good assessment, but this is not the show for learning to stack sats. This is the show for learning about having ground up women in your freezer.
Grind up coffee. That's how I like my coffee.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, honey, I'm talking about you on PBS. You tuned in.
I love you, babe, and I do not like my women like I like my coffee. Ground up in the freezer.
Yeah, did you send that link out to her yet? Is she watching?
I did. If she's paying attention now, it's oh my goodness. I'm getting a divorce before I even get married, man. At this point.
That was a very Hallmark story that you told, though. It was really nice.
Well, thanks, man.
Yeah.
It actually feels really nice. I like this girl a lot.
It's just meeting somebody that you known like so long ago, like 6 years ago. That's a long time.
It's crazy that the reconnection just like happened so randomly, and like neither one of us knew it when we met, but then both got together our first date and like was like, oh shit, this is actually pretty fucking wild. And it from there, man, it just snowballed quick. It went from like that first date was really powerful. We both like it was just like fireworks all night long, and it was. Then it was like one more date before I left town from Pittsburgh, and by the end of that date, it was like, yeah, I'm not letting this one go. There's something special here.
I don't think I have a reunion story to match that. Like someone that I've known from high school that I lost touch with, or like even 6 years ago that I lost touch with and then reconnected. Doesn't happen very often.
I can't think of any other times where I've just like randomly reconnected with someone like that at all. Well, actually, that's not true. I have one other reconnection story that's also pretty fucking wild.
When you put the topos down, it was like super loud.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. So this is working.
No, it's not the mic that's broken.
What's broken?
So the microphone on the table is broken. Or
Restream.
Restream is broken?
Yeah, I think so.
So we can get some money back from Restream? Because, like, what the fuck? Restream?
Well, it's somewhere on the software.
Ah, okay.
Anyway.
We'll figure it out.
It might be somewhere in the computer.
I think you should talk about what you're working on.
Oh.
They're pretty damn cool.
Yeah, let's hear about it.
Yeah, so I'm still working on it. It's not exactly ready yet, but it's just essentially, it's a Docker container that has a full tech stack of Bitcoin and Lightning and Tor and CL REST and any other crap you want to throw in there, that you just basically type a single command and it spins up an entire full node, Lightning, everything that your app can sit on top of. It sounded like Polar, but without the interface. It's just all through the terminal because I live in the terminal. I think the terminal's great.
Super loves the terminal too.
Terminal's awesome.
Super.
I love the terminal.
Do you know this guy loves the terminal?
Terminal's where it's at, right?
Dude,
Fucking in the Matrix.
Yeah, you should.
That's how it works through the terminal.
Yeah,
I will. I've done
Yeah,
Bitcoin
try
chess.
Boss.
I got my ass kicked at Bitcoin chess, but it was great. And
Dude.
So, no, Bitcoin chess is nice. You actually have a nice little chessboard, like a graphical chessboard that you could play on. But I was also doing it in the terminal too. Like I even did my own like Lightning test node and everything.
You made the tweaks and stuff?
No, I was just like I just wanted to like stack sats on the faucet.
Oh.
That would be a great Umbral app. It's a chess game host on your Lightning node.
What about Bitcoin
That would be
Frogger?
sick. That's gay.
Frogger? Yeah, but like every
Sounds
time you
so
jump, make
stupid.
it across, get sats.
Who's paying you sats for the Frogger?
I don't know.
Who gets the sats?
The frog.
I mean, if you play it on testnet, you can have a font to give you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds more fun.
I don't think we need more just like random why.
Anyway,
I want to play chess.
now you're trying to leave.
That's fine.
You can't play chess.
I don't want to.
You couldn't win anyway.
I want to play Frogger.
You're gonna really like Bitcoin Golf when that comes out.
Oh, what is that?
I love that.
Is that's D's, yeah?
I don't know if I should announce it.
Oh, yeah,
It's a big
yeah.
review.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're not supposed to talk about it yet.
Okay, cool.
It's on the down low.
Yo, but what you should know is that Bitcoin Plus Plus is gonna be epic.
It is gonna be pretty epic.
Yeah, Bitcoin
I
Plus
can't
Plus.
wait.
I'm fucking super stoked.
I
Super's talking
Went
about
out-
Bitcoin Plus Plus.
and bought a ticket
Nice.
before all you motherfuckers started offering discounts,
I'm
so I
sorry.
paid full price
Hey, at least you didn't pay full price.
at the top of the market.
At least you didn't pay full price.
So this better be a
'Cause
pretty
ticket
good
prices
education.
are gonna go up.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
you
Now I
actually
don't
didn't-
feel so
You didn't
bad.
actually buy the top.
Okay. Now I don't feel so bad.
Okay.
I'm still an early adopter.
You're welcome. And if you haven't bought your tickets yet, you probably should because prices go up Sunday.
Wow. So, do you want to plug your
Huh?
offer code?
Are the prices already out?
No, I thought we were doing prices on Sunday. We haven't raised them at all.
Oh, okay.
But I think we discussed that we were going to raise prices Sunday and then every Sunday until the event.
Speaking of raising,
How many tickets do you
No, we've actually okay. So actually, this is a good talking point. We made an announcement. We made an announcement that there were 30 tickets left, and we've sold I think like 5 or 8 tickets since then. So we were actually starting to run pretty low. We've actually extended the capacity for the event by just a bit. So the last time I checked, we're now. No, we're not giving away free tickets, but we are still selling tickets.
I help hang up.
Yeah, if Impervious would like to sponsor, we could get some free tickets passed around. But yeah, I think we're Bitcoin plus conference is a little. I think we have just over 30.
Just print more.
Just print more. This is we're
This isn't Terra Luna. We can't just print more.
Yeah, let's print 500 more. You've got room.
Bitcoin plus. We're the Fed. That's
No, we're gonna end the Fed.
We're gonna end the Fed by printing more tickets available for Bitcoin plus. So if you want to get smart, and or you're looking for a job in Bitcoin, and or you're looking to build something cool in Bitcoin and then work in a Bitcoin accelerator in Austin to build a company in Bitcoin, Bitcoin plus could be for you.
I'm looking to do all those things.
Well,
So
then
I'm
Bitcoin
stoked.
plus is definitely for you.
It's totally for me.
Dude, it's going to be a great event. I'm actually really fucking stoked about it.
And there's gonna be an awesome dinner.
Huh? There's like, so man, we got a lot going on for Bitcoin plus, man.
It's like 4 days.
2 days,
All right.
5 technically. Yeah. We got, you're out?
Yeah, I got pissed.
Oh, well, thanks for letting us know. So, yeah, so
TMI,
2
man.
days of education, 2 days of workshop, 2 days of hackathon. We've then got Saturday, we've got a taco pleb crawl. So
Or
it's-
steak dinner.
Yeah. Steak dinner was more private, but that is an availability if you bought the tickets with the discount code BTC Bum, which by the way, Plebs is still a discount code. No more steak dinners. Sorry, those are sold out. But if you want to help me out compete for sure, if I already won, but if you want to help me like slam dunk on the rest of my my ticket crew, BTC Bum is the discount code for 10% off of. I'm not going to say any of that onto the microphone, but you can keep saying it in the audience if you want to. BTC Bum, 10% off BT Plus. Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's pretty good. Awesome. But talk about the Taco Pleb Crawl. Who sponsored it?
Yeah. Taco Pleb Crawl. Thanks. You keep interrupting me, so I can't ever get to it. The Taco Pleb Crawl Saturday is basically like an all-afternoon tour of like a couple of the local establishments.
How small this is, dude.
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
It's tiny.
Are you just large?
it's
Is that for me?
No, I just got it. I just drank it.
okay. So before we never finish this, Taco Pleb Crawl sponsored by Zaprite. Our good friend John at Zaprite has sponsored the Taco Pleb Crawl.
John.
Hey, can you come up and
Shout
tell
out.
us a bit of, because I actually personally I wasn't around when you guys were discussing it, so like I see a list, but I don't actually know what is the sponsorship doing. Like, can you come talk about it? Can you come talk about it? He doesn't want to come talk about it. Yeah, my company's sponsoring it. We're gonna talk about it, but fuck you, I don't want to come talk about it.
You said free tacos and beer.
Free tacos and beer. That's what it is. Free tacos and beer, Plebs.
Right.
3:30 on Saturday.
At Granny's.
At Granny's Taco.
3:30.
At Granny's.
3:30 Saturday,
I
the
should probably
11th.
be writing this down.
Well, you live here. I think you could probably just reach out to some people. So 3:30 Saturday, Granny's Tacos. Is it the one over east? Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. So free tacos, free beer, sponsored by Zaprite.
And then from there, we go to
All right,
the next
cheers.
taco place.
And then from there they go somewhere else, and then from there they go somewhere else.
No, and then from there we go to White Horse and party like it's 1999.
Yeah, and for those of you who aren't partying like it's 1999 or who party like it's 1999 and are part of the steak dinner, then you can come to the steak dinner. And you can,
do both if you bought that.
yeah.
Thanks, Zach. Right?
Thank you, Zaprite.
Yeah, thank you, Zaprite. For sure.
Even when you're not co-hosting, you still act like a co-host.
He can't let it go.
I know. It's like, I don't want to work today. I'm working all day. Also, you're
It's
like,
easier just to shout things from here.
yeah.
That's why do you think that's what I
Spark
normally
orders.
did? I just like to sit out in the audience and just yell things from the audience. And then occasionally they're like, come up and say something. The difference is when they're like, come up and say something, I actually normally did. But, you know, we don't all have the like 8 feet from the audience to the counter in us. It's a tough walk.
Does the audience come up on the mic at all?
They can? Oh no, not really. You can't hear like unless they're like really yelling. It's like pretty hard to hear.
So only we know what's going on.
Yeah, it's the general idea is that they're out there, but nobody has any idea what they're
Just
saying, which is great because
secretly acting
that's
on the
kind of
show.
like the point is that you can be here and you can participate without actually participating. So if you want to like stay quiet or private, you don't actually have to be known that you're here hanging out or whatever.
You could stay anonymous.
Yeah, Bitcoiners like their anonymity.
They do. Yeah.
What do you
It's
do?
pretty cool. What other industry
I don't
is
know
like
what
that?
it's the fucking fact that your table like is broken. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this microphone? I've thought it was like slipping further and further over, but it's you fucking with the table. I'm like, okay.
Oh, is that the same table that blew out the circuit breaker with that messed up wiring job? That's in the.
Ladies and gentlemen, PBS Plebs.
Oh, one last thing, if I may.
Absolutely not.
Go ahead.
Get your money out of the exchanges,
Yeah.
please.
I just threw that today.
Get your money
Get them
out,
out.
especially if you're on Coinbase. Get your money out, please.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I saw that tweet you posted, Tristan.
Yeah, man. I just had a feeling. I'm like, yeah, if it's now or never.
It's like $480 million loss. How, as an exchange, do you lose $480 million when you have like $300 billion or something running through?
What happened?
It was reported a couple days ago. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. It was Coinbase.
I just had a gut feeling. News or not, I just fucking do it, man. It's not that hard. Get a cold storage wallet. It's like $50 for a trailer, right?
Yeah.
If that.
To answer your question from a long ass time ago, what do I do with my Bitcoin? I save my energy in it. I work my ass off for my money. I want it somewhere where people can't fucking steal my value. Now,
What happened
after
fast?
that, there's a whole bunch of other shit I want to do with it. But fundamentally, that's kind of the most important first step. It's like, I want a base layer value system that can't be fucking corrupted. Because I can build all kind of cool shit on top of a base layer value system that can't be corrupted. The problem is everything else is corrupted. So what do I do with my Bitcoin? I store my fucking life's energy there, man. I put my time, my energy, my resources into this fucking tool we're all supposed to be able to